When I find myself overwhelmed inside, I start to see it manifest all around me. It starts to show up in piles, clutter, and disarray. Hello, friends, and welcome back to The Free Advantage, brought to you by The Risky Path. I'm Heather Davis, and I want to invite you to join me each week as we explore self-discovery, authenticity, and the journey to recovering a life of freedom. This podcast is about sharing and exploring impactful experiences that we all share in a relatable and digestible way. And with so much information out there, it can be overwhelming to take it all in. And here, I want to give you small bites that you can take back into your week and integrate into your daily life. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me again this week. After coming off of a very emotional and exhausting week, I have found myself deep in reflection. But I also have been feeling this gentle urge to move forward. I have felt like God has been tying up all of the loose ends, the things that have hindered, burdened, and held me back. I am starting to release the things that I have been enlightened to that I wasn't even aware were an issue, and all of the things that I have known about. And lately, I have been finding myself very overwhelmed by life and my spaces. And because when I'm overwhelmed inside, I start to see it all around me, in piles and clutter and disarray. My internal world always shows up externally, and it's usually in my living environment. Clutter, messes, and not enough space always seem to find their way into my life when I'm struggling with the overabundance of stuff internally going on. So this week, my goal has been to clear it up, to make space where there wasn't any, to move the physical things that have mirrored the chaos in my mind. As I process my emotions, I've been literally putting my hands on the things that surround me and making space. It's grounding, it's very centering, and it's sacred work in its own way. Because living a life of freedom doesn't always feel free. Sometimes it feels heavy. Sometimes it feels like standing still, staring at a mess that seems impossible to clean up. And honestly, some days it makes me feel defeated. And it would just be easier to sit back and wallow, escape back into my old patterns and sulk, to not care, and honestly, just not give a shit. It really would be easier. But I know that life isn't for me anymore. Not every day is exciting and inspiring. Some days are just ordinary. And some, like today, is a day of work. A day to put my hands to something, get dirty, and remove the clutter around and within me. I have chosen to stand up amongst my chaos, amongst the clutter of my mind, and find space, find peace, and find freedom. Maybe you're there too. If you are, I want to encourage you. Don't run from the mess. Meet it. Move through it. Put your hands to it and let God tie up your loose ends. Because sometimes the best thing we can do is clean the corner we've been avoiding, inside and out. You're not alone in that. You're not alone in your clutter. You're just being called to make room for what's next. And that's where freedom begins. I want to thank you so much for joining me here today on The Free Advantage. For more tools, support, and inspiration, please visit my website, theriskypath.com. And if this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us a review. Your voice matters, and it helps us to grow and get our message out to more people just like you. Let's continue this journey to freedom together. And remember, freedom is the advantage you already own. Until next time.